Hello, welcome to this video. I'm going to try and help you with your social anxiety. It's something that I've been struggling with recently, but it tends to be the way if you're struggling with something you research and then you help someone else with the thing that you're struggling with. So that's kind of what I tend to do on this channel. I've been struggling with social anxiety a little bit. It's something that can be so crippling and so frustrating, and it can really eat away at your self-worth as well, because for me personally, my friends are a big deal and they're really important to me. And when those friendships don't feel like they're flowing as easy, then it makes me feel really distressed and really unsafe in the world, because they are the people, they're my anchors. And yeah, the world doesn't feel so safe for me at the moment. So I really take solace in having my friendships stronger than ever. So yeah, if my friends are watching this, I love you so much. Okay, my first tip is about being yourself. So if you don't feel safe being your authentic self with the person before you, the person you're in a conversation with, try and turn the conversation on to them. Ask them about their experiences, their stories, what's going on for them at the moment. You don't need to talk about yourself if you don't want to. You don't need to reveal parts of your life to make someone else feel comfortable. Sometimes it's easier to just turn the spotlight on someone else because it gives you a moment to kind of sit and breathe and realize that you are safe. You're just speaking to another human being who's experiencing life in the big scary world just like you. I'm not going to go into detail with this tip because actually this is something I need to step away from, because I do find that I am a bit of a people pleaser and I want people to feel comfortable and safe in my presence. Often I'll find myself in these positions where people are just pouring out everything to me and I'm just sat there taking in everything, and it's so draining. My second tip is to be comfortable in silence. I know this is quite a big thing to suggest, and it's not something I've mastered. I think I'm getting much more comfortable with just, if I don't have anything to say, I'll just sit there and I'll go. And I'll wait to see if someone else has something else. If the person opposite me has something to say, but if they don't feel a calling to mention anything and they sit in silence, it's actually a really beautiful moment, because it shows that you're comfortable with one another. But also, what's wrong with silence? I do think it's quite interesting that we consider having silent moments a bad thing. I think there's beauty within silence. That's where your thoughts can kind of like marinate and you can come up with something really interesting to talk about. If you're constantly trying to create conversation, you'll end up revealing something you don't want to reveal, and you'll regret telling someone something quite deep about yourself. I was thinking about this a bit, about why we're really uncomfortable with silence, and I was thinking, you know what, it's really rare that I get a moment of silence on my own. Even when we're walking on our own, we're listening to a podcast, or we're sat at home, we're listening to music, or we've got a YouTube video playing in the background. Silence is just not really a part of our everyday. So it's no wonder we're not comfortable with silence, but I think it's something we should kind of embrace, especially in the company of other people. One thing that I can suggest to help you along that path of getting comfortable with silence is to repeat like an affirmation. I embrace the silence. Silence is not bad. It's actually this really beautiful, peaceful moment where you get to internalize everything that's around you, all the people around you, the conversation that you've just been having, and think, what do I actually have to share that's meaningful? As opposed to blurting out whatever comes to your mind because you feel so awkward about there being a moment of no chatter. Small talk makes me so anxious. I don't know if this is just a me thing, because I'm an empath and I really like having deep, meaningful conversations. I love it when people open up to me, even if it's about something quite hard-hitting. I find that really quite powerful and really moving, and I really enjoy it. I don't enjoy other people's pain. That makes me sound really sadistic. I just really enjoy people feeling comfortable with me and connecting with people and seeing beyond. But yeah, small talk makes me anxious, and if you feel the same, then this tip will be useful for you too. Don't have it. It's really hard to avoid small talk, especially when you're first meeting people. But I think there are ways of making it less painful and less small talky, and ways of pushing it into a bit more of a deep and meaningful conversation. And the best way you can do this is just by asking deep and meaningful questions about the other person. Don't ask them about, what's your job, and oh, look at the weather, and all that is quite frivolous and it can feel so unfulfilling and a bit like a waste of time. Ask questions like, what excites you? Have you got anything coming up this summer? Are you going traveling anywhere? Oh, why are you going to Italy? Have you got family there? Are you into Italian food? Oh, are you vegan? Ask those kind of questions that encourage people to reveal something deeper about themselves that excites them, something that they want to talk about. I don't think people want to talk about and complain about their work situation. I don't think it's very fun talking about other people either. Try to avoid conversations where you're dissecting someone else's relationship. It's just none of your business and it won't make you feel good. I am someone who does this. I'm someone who thinks, oh my God, I think way deeper than everyone else. I'm completely like, I'm not going to be able to just ask a question like, what's your passion? What do you do in your free time? I'm not going to be able to do that because people aren't like me. Don't assume that. People are like you, and I'm so bad for doing that. You should always assume that people have deep thoughts and that people want to talk about matters of the heart. So just assume that always. Always assume that people have something meaningful to say, because they do. We're all people with stories and experiences, and we've all gone through different traumas that have shaped us, that have made us interested in pursuing certain passions or hobbies. So ask about them, try and get them out of people. I know it's harder sometimes. Yeah, small talk makes me anxious, so I thought I'd bring this up. Another way to relieve social anxiety is to remind yourself of your worth. Obviously, there's so many ways that you can do this. So many subtle ways, so many really profound ways, like journaling, write all your qualities and what you bring to the table, positive things that don't talk about your exterior. Talk about things like, I'm a good listener, I'm really observant. More subtle, quick ways of reminding yourself of your worth is repeating affirmations. Maybe you're in a mid-conversation with someone and you feel the need to make them like you. The goal of having a deep, meaningful connection, authentic connection goes out the window. That's the time to repeat an affirmation like, I am worthy, I don't need to prove myself to this person. Maybe negatively phrase affirmations like, I don't, maybe stay away from them. Maybe say, I am worthy, I am interesting, I am enough. Try repeating those in those moments. But I do think a lot of the self-worth work needs to happen before you enter those social situations. You need to prep. But yeah, you don't need to prove yourself to anyone. And I think that social anxiety can come about when we feel like we're not pleasing people and people don't like us. And this stems from low self-esteem and not knowing your worth and feeling you need to prove yourself every time you're in a social situation. You need people to like you in order to be like, that's a good social interaction. Not everyone's going to like you. I know that's a really commonly said thing, but I don't think we actually accept that, and we don't realise that that's such a meaningful notion, that not everyone is going to like you, and you don't have enough energy for everyone. You don't have enough time for everyone. So this is a good thing that not everyone's going to like you. It's about quality, not quantity. You want friendships that make you feel good, that you can be authentically yourself in. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I have not posted on YouTube in ages, but I plan on posting lots more. I've really missed it, and I love YouTube with all my heart, and I'm never going to stop doing my YouTube videos. So please subscribe, like, share and comment, and I will see you really soon.